Apex educational bodies in India. University Grants Commission. The University Grants Commission (UGC) was established on 28 December 1953 as a statutory organization of the Government of India by an Act. For the purpose of coordinating, establishing, and maintaining the standards of university education in India, it was formally created in 1956. The UGC decentralized its activities by establishing 6 regional centers in Pune, Hyderabad, Kolkata, Bhopal, Guwahati, and Bangalore to enable effective region-wise coverage throughout the nation. Professor Mamidala Jagdesh Kumar is the chairman of the University Grant Commission. The University Grants Commission of India, UGC India, is a statutory body established by the Government of India under the Ministry of Education in accordance with the UGC Act 1956. It is charged with the coordination, determination, and maintenance of higher education standards. It grants India's universities recognition and makes financial contributions to accredited institutions and universities. Functions of the University Grants Commission: to distribute grants to colleges and universities using its own money for development or other general purposes. Advises the national and state governments on how to distribute funding from the Consolidated Fund of India to universities. To provide advice to any authority on the creation of a new university or a plan to expand an existing university. To compile data on international and Indian university education. To distribute scholarships to colleges and universities while keeping track of changes in the sector of higher education. To include everything from the university's financial situation and its various academic specializations to the rules and guidelines that are followed in a particular higher education setting. To provide education to the students in various streams through its countrywide classroom teachings and a 4-year-old 24-hour educational channel Vyas. To conduct the National Eligibility Test, NET, through its National Educational Testing Bureau in a bid to determine eligibility for lectureship. NCTE. NCTE, as a statutory body of Government of India, came into existence in pursuance of the National Council for Teacher Education Act 1993 on 17 August 1995 with the mandate to achieve planned and coordinated development of teacher education throughout the country and to govern the regulation and proper maintenance of norms and standards for teacher education. The organization is a pan-India jurisdiction and comprises of various divisions along with 4 regional committees, namely Northern Regional Council, Eastern Regional Council, Southern Regional Council and Western Regional Council, which are all stationed in New Delhi. The gamut of functions performed by NCTE is very broad, covering all the teacher education programs, e.g. Diploma in Elementary Education, D.L.Ed, Bachelor of Education, B.Ed, Master of Education, M.Ed, etc. It includes research and training of students' teachers for equipping them to teach at foundational, preparatory, middle and secondary level of the new school system in alignment with NEP 2020. NCTE has been given a very significant role and has taken up various national mandates such as Integrated Teacher Education Program, ITP, National Professional Standards for Teachers, NPST, and National Mission for Mentoring, NMM. Revision of other teacher education programs, i.e. regulation, curricula and digital architecture are being undertaken by NCTE in line with NEP 2020. With such initiatives, NCTE not only strives for the professional development of teachers, but also aims to achieve the goal of quality teacher education in our country. The NEP 2020 envisages a paradigm shift in the role of teachers, with particular emphasis on pre-service teacher education and in-service teacher capacity building. Functions of the National Council for Teacher Education. The NCTE covers the entire range of teacher education programs in India, from diploma in elementary education to B.Ed and M.Ed. It includes research and training that is more in line to equip students and teachers to the demands of the new school system as per the NEP 2020. It has been given various significant roles and has taken up various mandates such as Integrated Teacher Education Program (ITEP), National Professional Standards for Teachers (NPST), and National Mission for Mentoring (NMA). Here is a small snippet of its core functions and responsibilities. Accreditation for institutions working in teacher training and upskilling. Conduct surveys of teacher education. Advises the central and state government in all matters relating to teacher education. Specifies the minimum qualification for a person to be eligible for appointment as a teacher in schools. Recognizes courses and programs leading to a teaching qualification. It de-recognizes courses and programs that do not meet minimum prescribed standards. Registers teachers and authorizes them to teach in schools. Conducts examinations for the award of certificates to successful candidates. Rehabilitation Council of India. Rehabilitation Council of India (RCI) was set up as a registered society in 1986. On September 1992, the RCI Act was enacted by Parliament and it became a statutory body on 22 June 1993. The Act was amended by Parliament in 2000 to make it more broad-based. The mandate given to RCI is to regulate and monitor services given to persons with disabilities, to standardize syllabi and to maintain a central rehabilitation register of all qualified professionals and personnel working in the field of rehabilitation and special education. The Act also prescribes punitive action against unqualified persons delivering services to persons with disabilities. Functions of RCI. The Rehabilitation Council of India performs the following functions. 1. Setting standards and norms for education and training in the field of rehabilitation and special education. 2. Accrediting institutions providing education and training in rehabilitation and special education. 3. Recognizing degrees and diplomas awarded by such institutions. 4. Developing a curriculum for various courses in rehabilitation and special education. 5. Conducting inspections of institutions providing education and training in rehabilitation and special education. 6. Conducting research in the field of rehabilitation and special education. 7. Providing financial assistance to institutions for research and development in the field of rehabilitation and special education. 8. Maintaining a registry of qualified professionals in the field of rehabilitation and special education. 9. Developing a code of ethics for professionals involved in the rehabilitation of persons with disabilities. 10. Promoting awareness of disability-related issues. The Central Advisory Board of Education (CABE). The Central Advisory Board of Education, the oldest and the most important advisory body of the Government of India in education, was first established in 1920 and dissolved in 1923 as a measure of economy. It was revived in 1935 and has been in existence ever since. Functions of CABE. CABE reviews the progress and development of education in India periodically. it gives recommendations for girls' education and the rural educational system in India. It also works towards the universalization of higher secondary education in the country. It advises on the incorporation of cultural activities into the curriculum. CABE gives financial advice for developing higher and technical education in the country. It identifies the areas where educational quality is not up to the mark and suggests the state and central government focus on these areas or provinces. CABE Central Advisory Board of Education reviews and restructures how the state and the center implement educational policies. It also guides agencies in implementing these policies and provides suggestions or recommendations if necessary. It gives ideas regarding how state, center, and union territories can coordinate and help each other regarding educational matters. The Central Advisory Board of Education also passes resolutions regarding the modification of its structure and suggestions given by the Department of Higher Education from time to time. Thank you all for watching. All the best for exam dear aspirants. Like, subscribe and comment.